If you haven't watched my review for the Pimax Crystal Light for sim racing, there's a link below. During my testing for the review, I was using glasses with this headset. Being that the headset is quite wide, it is able to accommodate glasses quite comfortably. I felt a slight amount of pressure from the padding pushing on the frame of my glasses. Nothing that caused me any issues, however, it's always an inconvenience wearing a VR headset with glasses. So here we are, I've picked up a set of prescription lenses from VR Rock. After some brief research, VR Rock are just one of two companies I found that make these for the Pimax headset. They are also the cheapest, hence me picking VR Rock. On their website, you enter the prescription details, select if you want magnetic frames or not, and then choose from a selection of different protective coatings. After clicking the buy button, my order arrived 3 weeks later, and I was eager to get these installed. The VR Rock frames friction fit over the Crystal Light lenses. Simply align them, press them down and they clip on, and they should hold in place securely. The purpose of the detachable magnetic lenses is for headsets that are shared. You can easily remove the lenses without needing to remove the entire assembly or even swap out the lenses between another set of prescription lenses. It also makes cleaning these a lot easier. This hard carrying case is a nice touch. Inside, two little pockets to hold the lenses, so that's all good. And it's always good to get a lens cleaning cloth, so that's all very nice. As for the lenses, well, the first thing I will say is they are working perfectly well, as you would expect. So yeah, a good replacement for my glasses. Now the coatings on offer, there's a free selection, and the ones I can remember I picked was anti-scratch, anti-glare, oil resistance, and anti-fog. And I will say they don't fog up. These are close to your eyes, and I'll talk about that in a moment, but they don't mist up, so that's good. I don't know about the scratch resistance. I haven't tried scratching them, and I'm not noticing any glare when I'm wearing these, so that's all fine. But there is something to understand. Now, one thing you'll notice immediately is I am using a different facial interface. Now, that's kind of important because this is quite thin, and this is slightly thicker. And what I immediately found out when I put this on with the original padding was this part of the frame was touching my brow. I could feel it against my skin, and also my nose was being slightly pinched by those frames. It wasn't like too bad, but you could always feel it there, and move your head around, you could kind of feel it knocking around. And because these lenses are now closer to your eyes, that's the reason they protrude out. So let me pull one off. You can see that's the extra thickness, which is bringing it closer to your face. And that is a bit of a problem. And I would suggest that in most cases, you'll need to replace the facial interface with something slightly thicker. The foam padding is only ever so slightly thicker than the original. I think this is like 10mm. You can get padding which is even thicker than this, and I would suggest that might be the way forward. The clearance I have is just enough. It's probably like 2 or 3 millimeters. It's very slight, but it's enough where I'm no longer touching the lenses with my brow and my nose. So it's enough where I now have comfort and it fits very nicely. And quite honestly, I do prefer this padding anyway over the original one, to be perfectly honest. But you can find replacement padding on AliExpress, Amazon. You know, it's easily available, and just something to bear in mind, because otherwise these are really good lenses. I certainly prefer using prescription lenses over using glasses with this headset. When you're putting on a headset with glasses, there's a slight bit of fumbling around because you have to maneuver the headset over the glasses, and sometimes when you're pulling off the headset, then you can catch it as well. So much more preferable using this system, even though there is a slight inconvenience of replacing the facial padding with a thicker set. But it's all working very nicely for me. So there you go, that's my mini review for these VR Rock prescription lenses, guys. Let me know what you think. If you like the video, drop a like, and yeah, thanks very much for watching. Take care, and bye bye for now.